gala get bang, bang. Etap gala get bang, bang. Etap gala get bang, bang. Etap gala get bang. Etap gala get bang, bang. Etap gala get bang, bang. Etap gala get bang, bang. Etap gala get. Yo, it's an Etap thing. Even though the rooms are standard and green, nobody cares though, cause at the end of the day, we're only here for one thing. Whether you make your partner or a link, switch off the lights and sip to drink. Do it your way, night or day. Bit of foreplay, let's do this thing and not be disturbed. Scream what you want and let it be heard. Bounce up and down, round after round. I can't stop before seconds or first. We crewmen, we don't have to be first.
One for skank at the gym. One for skank at the gym.
I mean that shit don't hurt.
Yeah?
Straight in the back, come on, yo, get them masters. Sil, get them master CDs.
Are you leaving your stick in the car? Have you left yours?
No idea where Fran is? Upstairs. Alright, Despa come with me. Everybody else is alright.
It's going down for £17.50. £35, half that price. Yeah, we're nice. £17.50. Get everybody pala.
You don't know, big bad dirty stinking heartless crew from 19 now blood clot lungs. Who? Tell them boy there. You don't know me MC Bushman, the gal them saucepan telling you yo it's all about Etap. Gala get banged. Yo, man, are billionaires, but we're still back to 1750. Say nothing. Say nothing. Yo, Mighty, man, give them some bars. Let's bless them up. You don't know. That was it.
Yes, bless up everybody locked on right now. You don't know. We don't die, we multiply. Everybody want to copy our style. Original style from a long time ago. Original crew from a long time ago. Me and my bros all across the globe. We set the trend and others follow. Our motto is keep moving. And if you're still living, you're still listening. I got your children singing on the rhythms. On the cars in the streets and the buildings. We're getting cark in the park, really chilling. Top billing even when we're not billing. Some boy get a drilling, we're willing and winning. And a straight firing. Me and my brothers are rolling. Big Daddy stinking, everlasting. Who's asking? Heartless.
That. Unless you want me to give them the old blood clot 10 thing. Yo, you done now? We said this year was called 2009, but I remixed it as a 2000 ours. You see, next year, it's all about 2010. Man like me got the swag, I'm an English youth, you might see me in a jag. I go shopping and watch nobody tag. Money make a turn in a slag. And I don't need to brag, I me wrap up your guy just like kebab. Took her down to my lab, voluntary and the girl come voluntary. But now she thinks it's long term, thinks the ovaries are gonna see my sperm. When will these girls learn? You're not my wife, that's not my concern. Because I had my turn, and now I think it's time that I make a U-turn. And to your boyfriend, you can return. You remember them tune by Usher? Burn. Say no more. Say no more.
Etap. Hey, remember the lyric there from a long time? Y'all get bangalo. Yeah, man. If it's not Etap, you get me? Yeah, man. Y'all get bangalo. Y'all bring she friend and she friend get bore. Take a Etap and yes, she get bore. Y'all get bang. But if you wanna have sex, then go and go have sex. But if you have sex, practice safe sex. If you're over 16, then go and go have sex. If you have sex, practice safe. Listen, don't leave your house without your Durex. And if you run out of stock, don't bother fret. Good on go shot go buy a king size it, and in the heat of the moment, don't forget, in the heat of the moment, they make a wrong step, cause you might find out later when you regret. And if the condom burst, reset. If the condom burst, reset. If you wanna have sex, then go and go have sex. Go up and Etap and go and go have. Well, if, jeez, my God, one to them, me tell them, freestyling. Zoo?
Right, this is what I'm gonna do, yeah? This is what I'm gonna do. Some of this hasn't been done before, right? Listen. This is what I'm gonna do, yeah? I'm gonna count to 3, yeah? And if you're from Sheffield, I want you to say, I want you raw. Ready? I'm gonna count to 3, yeah? And if you're from Sheffield, shout, I want you raw. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Hold tight, TRILLA. Hold tight all the Etap ladies and the Etap band them inside. 70-50. Hold tight DJ MURKZ. What's all about? Are you sure about that? We got DJ Puzzle. We got DJ Puzzle. About that? Hold tight intro. Boy. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Wait the mark, if you think that's your star, you produce it in me now. Let me tell them why that. It's coming up, confident. North man then, it's coming up. It's coming up. It's coming up. Hold tight, Despa. Hold tight, stage fresh. Revelation, you deal with the matter. And we got the Etap t-shirt. Boy! Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Are you sure? Hold tight DJ SHOX, hold tight Silk, hold tight Logan. Are you sure about that? Coming out that boy there. It's coming out. Don't be guessing. 10 people check. Don't try to I'm not. I'm not coming up. Keep trying, I'm not coming up. Try to see your blood coming up. That's what you get when you get to the left of the bar. Don't try to test me up. Fire with the front and the press on the lung. Press on the lung and the press on the lung. If you can't see that, you're blind, you can't. You know time, you can't. Don't try to test that again. Don't try to see what TRT, you know. I will. Don't try to test the man to the next one, I will. Revelation down there, CO2. Get my friend, I'll grab my pen and then I'll write you up. You're not right. Stop and wait a while. If you think that's your own style, if you're choosing it now, so we tell them why then. Stop and wait a while. If you think that's your own style, if you're choosing it now. Blood I think you best to leave. Keep my style, you won't achieve. Blood I you won't believe. And like driving a car with high speed. You know look, now you're shook. Touch your reputation, get cooked. Eat that shit. Look, your must be large. Don't be all in your mind, you are. When you're fighting hard, I'm gonna ride you outside cars. I'm on private cars. Like a damn insurance class. You wanna tap like this, I'll see 18 caps. These privations, we no far. I'm in the league and it seems so far. Could never put their beats on bars. Every time we beat your bars. Whack it, smack it, clap it down. No one is just trying to back it down. He can't rise up, clap it down. No one can. They should know who we are. While every week we boss up the rave. They should know who we are. So you that you're up in the rave. They should know who we are. Really, I think they do. Bad boys, they don't show them bad boy shoes.
Find out you know the score. Like a DJ on a plenty or you play the 2 or 4 no nothing. It's coming up, I'm done. Showing up, I'm writing to and starting, you go proper. Then comes everywhere. Over car, yeah, let's rave on. Oh, she looks cold with it. Moving on, stacking raw. Get her head to the bar. Pretty boy, pretty bad boy, see oh. G-star, no one sing like we are. No one sing like we are. No one shout like it's D-O-N-T-R. No one sing like we are. No one sing like we are. No one shout like D-O-N-T-R. And MC gets hard. So bad, MC gonna try to test the way the eye. You won't. One time. If I don't, if I can make sure lucky, give up your head like body. Revelation, never word. No contest, make sure you feel in your chest. After that, in revelation, wait. Don't say, we are the best fight and A. Wait, I want it. Man, who's the up? No one sing like we are. No one shout like it's D-O-N-T-R. No one sing like we are. No one sing like we are. No one shout like we are. It's D-O-N-T-R. DJ SHOX. And it's all the Etap ladies. Yo, let me say some fucking noise for Z-O in the building, yo! Absolutely big. Yo, remember I told you that Revelations did with a bomber club back to you? Yo, listen, I'm gonna ask you one more thing again, alright? I'm gonna ask you to do this, alright? I'm gonna count to 3, but this time I want you to shout, bang, Etap, Gallagher, bang. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All take my Revelations crew. All take the sexy gal in the place. All take the girl with 17, 15. Not no rap, do your thing. Yeah, all take my man them. All take my Birmingham crew. Don't. Give it to East. Man, I look up on the stage and show. Man, I look up at the thing and blow. Man, I get sex and get go. Roll. Man, I look in my shine and show. Starting the MC till I say show. And I'm cause I'm not taking control. Oh, man, I look up on the stage and show. Man, I look up at the thing and blow. Man, I get sex and get go. Roll. Man, I look in my shine and show. Starting the MC till I say show. And I'm cause I'm not taking control. I'm gonna take my back and go. Fucking please and let go. Don't act like you don't let go. I'm like, yeah, I'll be such a go. Then man, I made me such a go. I'm gonna get this game back one more time. See us great on life, they call it you think you're back on home. Oh, fine, now I'm at that go. Never see me with an afro go. Don't think you're a D-star, feature a superstar. Me from me. T1, I'ma get go. I make the girls say, but no MC, I stop like get go. I might bring no young store. Oh, man, I don't fuck up that thing and go. Man, I don't fuck up that thing and blow. Man, I get this and get red roll. Man, I don't fit in my slide and starting the MC till I say, shut your mouth, cause I'm pushing it on roll. Old time decoy, old time green. Old time the DJ easy. Old time BT, old time Zio. Old time my brother Jamie. Old time Minto. Yeah, this one's a wobbler. This one's a wobbler. Old time Archer. Old time Action. Old time Big on the Rose, TRC. Revelations deal with the matter. Revelations deal with the matter. Checks, right? This one's a wobbler. Part 3. I'm calling up. I'm calling up. It's time to me. Us. That's the B.O.D. Let me get on to baby your car. Starting the MC till I say, shut your mouth, don't take everything. Crash up, don't try to take my best, don't catch. I'll come through black, help me to think in the middle of the night, and then I'm back. Back, balls, back, check, get yours. Check, big on the soul, big on the flow. I'm looking at the roadside, action. Yeah, Revelation, deal with the matter. Any MC could get a matter. Eating till they get my bucket, but that's the lows. Walking the outside, close them people, see me, was rapper. I come to the last, baby, CK, Malia, oh, I ain't outside.
Etap gal again. Etap gal again. Etap gal again. Don't go down there. I see that shit, don't go down there. DJC, I run down there. Telling you that it's not safe down. Over DJs can't play down there. Over MCs can't spray down there. You know what I say down there? It's a Birmingham thing down there. Right, they never get things rapping it up. Revelation, rapping it up. Don't give a fuck what none of them. Get over there, still at the main. That MCs don't play with them. Starting at the thing, tell them and I'm from our season. Shut up your whole thing. I've been a SHC in a place. He said this man thing on his face. I'm a mother, become a face, of that face. Now, I'm about to make that tape back. So, see yourself and say that. And don't go down there. I said that shit, don't go down there. DJC, I run down. Telling you that it's not safe down. Gang can't fight. Where's my skanking crew? Skank. On the left and the right. Skank on side on some good night. Wait till the mic. Everything's so nice. It's mixing all right. Skank on side, the smash too light. Skank on side, can't get short time. Skank on side, with the book and right. Skank on ladies too. Skank on side, with the man and two. Skank on side, the small and me. Skank on side, the super tiny. Skank on side, I don't already know. Shout out, go. Let yourself go. It's time to some medical things. At the end of the day, we're all human, real magnetes, all that practicing. So let's see, think it's in it. Yeah. Shag on side. Back him over and shag on. It's Hey, listen, ladies, it's time to some special thing, you know. It's not chill and shag on side. It's a gala get back. It's a gala get Chiller's my name, gas is my name, ladies, you can hold it up. Never say name, not that pain, I'm never gonna slip and touch stop. I remain in the best campaign, but the man in is idle made. He's champagne and a six champagne. You know that they check on. He's track like goes. He don't act like that, don't go. Who's up for all you can't hold? Track like goes. Sweet Lily, don't act, sweet Lily, my mind fiction, bastard, I'm in Lily. Sweet Lily, don't act, sweet Lily, my mind fiction. And don't think you're a G, just watch out wearing jeans. I'll come around with my windows down and pop up a hose in your G. Don't think to A, just cause you're fucking J. Mama silly, I can't tell it out loud and don't tell it out to ya. Don't think you're a G, just cause you're wearing G. I'll come around with my windows down and pop up a hose in your G. Don't think you're A, just cause you're fucking J. I'll be like, MC, this is carry on over that. Get your single hold over that. Leave her out, I'll last over that. Leave her alone and out over that. All the tap, that. And the tap. Sounds of the DJ Buster rolling you through. All tight there. All tight DS1 on the remix. All tight Bagel Boy as well. DS1, killing me.
Yo, Apostle, stop that one, stop that one, stop that one, stop it. Oh my days. Sheffield. Let's hear some motherfucking noise for TRILLA Jamaica. Yo, Revelations still with a bomber club. I'm gonna ask you again, okay? Do we have any bassline ravers in here tonight? Make some noise. It's all about DJ Apostle right now. He's gonna tear off, man. Apostle. Revelations still with a matter. Yo, Ravens, skankers, do what you're doing. Have a good time, do not forget about Etap, 1750 each. Apostle, did not start that. Single ladies, right? Make some fucking noise in the building, right? Because I'm not cracking them off for you, man. That's how we're doing tonight. It's APS in the fucking building, right? Hold tight, Apostle, man. You absolutely do. Revelations do the matter. It's Etap, Gallagher, bang. Yo. Where's all the bassline ravers, right? Big up, chill out. And they got them know what time it is, you know, Pastor. Hold tight the older massive. Hold tight the Manchester crew in the place. Hold tight the Birmingham crew in the place. Hold tight my Sheffield crew in the place. Where you there? Boy. We need some more girls in here. Ladies crew, where the hell are? Let me hear you sing it.
On the way to the Rave, and I'm in the come with for Rave. I'm in the fast, I like the juice and I'm back in playing. I'm lean just a little tea, but I ain't complaining. Outside the club, the night was sticking a double game. Oh, the sign is up to open up, take a line. Can't wait till I get inside. On the way to the morning light. We get it now, but I got you ready to get it now. Anything on my shoes, and I wanna get my groove on.
And we're here with DJ EJ, backstage, Etap, Gala Get Bang. Long time, brother, I ain't seen you in ages.
Everything's cool still. Just chilling. To be fair, I'm just recovering from flu and that, but you know what? Etap Gala Get Bang, you can't miss that for nothing, you get me? It's the one.
So you just went on, come off. What's the rave saying down there right now?
Yeah, it's hectic, man. It's live. What can I say? It's a club vibe. It's like it's got the standard liveness anyway, but obviously with the you know, the whole Etap theme, it's just even bigger. You got a big lineup: Heartless, myself, Apostle, a lot more. So the vibes are just hectic down there at the moment. It's big.
So you got the nickname the Father. So how long you been in the game now? Really, from back in the day to now?
95. So you're talking about 13 to 14 years still. Started off old school garage, speed garage, moved into the two-step, grime, then switched over to bassline, and that's what I like predominantly like pushing now. Bassline stroke 4/4. But yeah, so about 13 to 14 years still.
Okay. So what made you make the switch over to bassline? So what were you on before? Garage, was it?
Garage and grime.
Garage and grime. So what made you make the switch over to bassline?
Well, okay. See, like when I was playing garage and that, it was live. You know what I mean? It's a nice atmosphere. You had like, you know, girls used to dress up, the guys used to dress up, made the effort. Then it turned grimy. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, the music was still banging, but I think a lot of the club scene, a lot of the club promoters, managers, it's like they were they didn't like the kind of new crowd. You know what I mean? The ghetto type crowd, the MC bass type crowd. So like obviously basically the events like for me is like got locked off kind of thing, and from coming from DJing every week old school UK garage to not DJing every week when it came to grime, it's like I thought to myself, you know what, I can't really be staying much in the grime scene as a DJ. So that's when I started the production, like taking the production more seriously, you know what I mean? Yeah, so from grime to bassline, obviously the 4/4 sound was like, you know, big. It was big back then as well, and I thought, yeah, man, I can get into this. It was like, basically, it's like where the garage prestige ladies move to. You know what I mean? The whole niche thing. You know what I mean? So like, you know, I thought, yeah, man, this is a club scene that I can get into. You know what I mean? Start DJing the bassline, niche, 4/4, whatever you want to call it. So that was when I made the switch. That was around about 2005/6.
So you mentioned the production. Now I forgot that you used to make grime beats back in the day. So wait, are you still producing now? Like, have you got anything in the pipeline for coming out for production wise?
Right. This is probably one of the most popular questions though. I've got things in the pipeline, but I'll admit, as like certain people do, went through like a bit of personal drama, which involved me like having to sell some studio equipment and, you know, burglary and this, that and the other. So I thought, you know what, instead of trying to be a jack of all trades, concentrate on like my strongest strength, which was like the actual DJing, mix CDs and that, you know what I mean? So like, even though I've still got the production skills up here and got the knowledge in that, it's just like on pause at the moment, you know what I mean? Until like I'm like, you know, 100% ready myself. I don't want to come back as a producer like half-hearted and, you know, I still got a lot going on and, you know, where I'm not feeling it, like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, you know yourself, back in the day, like the grime and grime productions and that, like we was on it hard, you know what I mean? I'd make a beat, show it Despa, vice versa. I was like, yo, fully on it. So I want to get back to that level where I'm like hungry for it and happy for it, you know what I mean? So at the moment, in a nutshell, DJing is the main priority for me still. Like, I'd rather rep a producer who's got his heart in it, heart and soul in it, 100%, rep him, put him on the map, you know what I mean, even more, you know what I mean? And then when I'm ready to like jump back on the buttons and make my own beats, then I'll be pushing myself as well as other people. But yeah, I mean, I ain't invested big money for nothing, so you know what I mean? The productions, give me about a couple months or so, you know what I mean? And it won't just be bassline, it'll be other things, but I'm not even going to mention the other genres because I'll probably come under a different alias still. Try a thing. Yeah, man.
So you focused on the DJing, and now you're on what volume? 32.
370. Yeah, 31. 31 just come out last week as a double pack, so 30 and 31.
Yeah. So go on.
Yeah, 30 and 31 come out just last week still. Should have been out like 3 weeks before that, but due to like you know, circumstances beyond my control. You know, printers, designers, and that. It's been a fortnight late, but like I'm getting excellent feedback for it. You know what I mean? There's still exclusives on there. It's a good CD, good double pack. I mean, the pack before that was a triple pack, which came out 2 weeks before Christmas. So they're just flowing nicely. You know what I mean? So I've got to big up all the supporters as well. Yeah, not the downloaders. The supporters, the one that actually go part with the fiver and buy the original, genuine copy. You know what I mean? Big up.
So how many units you selling now? Because you're on Big Bad Volume 32. Yeah. So how many units of each of these are you selling?
Between 1,500 to like 1,800. Well, yeah. Well, is that good? Nah, seriously. I mean, a lot of people. I mean, you can ask any like one of my distributors, any of the shops and that. You know what I mean? And they're surprised that I'm still selling like way over 1,000 CDs. You know what I mean? Double packs and whatnot. Obviously, it's not like a case where I just put a CD together and think, oh, hope for the best. I do literally sit there, like, you know, put like a lot of planning and thinking, like good fortnight of thinking, because you know what I mean. You gotta like try and get that person on the other end of the counter to part with his money, knowing that a lot of DJs out there just willy-nilly uploading their CDs. You know what I mean. So that makes it harder for me. But at the same time, it's like a catch-22 situation. It's like what a lot of DJs out there don't realize is that there is a world outside the internet. Not everybody can just like log onto some dodgy site and download a mix CD. So when they're walking into a record shop and they're like, yo, what new CDs you got? Well, we've got the EJ, you know what I mean? They can't even recommend over CDs, apart from Apostles, because he ain't that stupid to like, you know what I mean, send them away for free, you get me? So it's a catch-22 situation, you know what I mean? I'm glad that like, that people are still buying and showing support. I think 'cause for me personally, that is like one of my main ways that I can analyze how well I'm doing by CD sales, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Cool. So it seems you're doing pretty well, successful in the game. So what's next for you?
Well, looking to do the whole Napa thing again, 09. But not just Napa. I mean, me personally, I wanna like. It'd be nice to like bring the scene to like a new island. You know what I mean? And be known as like, oh, that DJ brought the scene over here. We'll never forget him. Instead of like, you know, following someone else's footsteps. You know what I mean? It's like I'll happily just jump on a plane next week and just do some research. Just find any old club in some any old island. You get me? Come back to the UK and just promote it. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, not just overseas during the summer, but like even like places like Germany, like France, Italy, them kind of things, trying to push the bassline sound down there. You know what I mean? That's what I'd love to do. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's it.
So that's behind the scenes. Etap gotta get bang. So got a guy behind there saying, okay, I need to ask you this question. Do Revelations deal with the matter?
They sure do, Chris. Nah, seriously, big up the whole Revelations movement as well, yeah. And you know what? Just done in all the rumours on road, yeah. Don't forget, Revelations is a West Midlands thing, Wolverhampton thing, yeah. And I'm from the same ends. And like, whether they're done in everybody's dance, including mine, I'm proud to say that they're from my ends, you get me? So, end of the day, big up the Revelations, dealing with the matter standardly every time.
So EJ says yes. Backstage, Etap gotta get bang. Gone. So I'm here. Etap gotta get bang. It's Despa, and I'm here with to my left and to my right, two of the legends of bassline. You want to introduce yourself?
It's Never Right.
Never Right and
Jamie Duggan.
Jamie Duggan. Big legends. Everybody should know them out there. So what do you think of the night so far?
I've been upstairs, me, and I only got here about 5 minutes before I played as usual. But yeah, I'm going to go downstairs and catch probably back end of HEARTLESS set. So.
How about you, Jamie?
It's been big downstairs, absolutely mad. Rammed again, last one were rammed as well, so it's looking like a good night, strong night already. But yeah, it's been good. Everybody's going mad down there, so it's been good, man.
So you two been in the bassline game for a while, I'm hearing. How long you been in it, Nev?
Probably about 10 years now.
10 years.
Yeah.
So where do you start out?
Niche, Sheffield, Sydney Street, famous old niche. Yeah.
What made you start out DJing bassline, or what did you start out with?
I got into music down in London, really, jungle, hardcore a little bit, just from going pirate radios and whatever. Got into it that way, seeing mates do it, and then when I come back to Sheffield, got first pair of decks and just took it from there, really.
Okay. How about you?
I heard a CD of DS1s and and I thought I could do better than that, so I fucking started DJing like 8 years on. I'm here now.
So did you start out in niche as well?
I started at niche when I was 17. I left school, got a pair of decks and practiced myself for a year, locked myself in my bedroom, and then got a gig at niche and carried on from there.
Okay.
And back, just kept going and still here now.
Okay. So being as you've been in it from pretty much, back when, I suppose you've seen a lot of changes in the music from, different styles. What do you think of how the music is now compared to when you first started out?
It's changed a lot, man. It goes full circle all the time. That's what happens with this kind of music. We've seen it back in there. Speed garage were born, it split, grime, bumpy 4/4, whatever, went all its different ways. It come back just through real life, through us having a platform at niche to be able to push the music that we believed in. And now it seems to be going a little bit split again, but again it'll come back full circle, I think. So it just evolves all the time, doesn't it, really? So
how about yourself?
There's just a bit of bassline for everybody. There's commercial, there's light, there's heavy, there's dark, there's 4/4, there's bassline now. So we play at different gigs all the time. That you just play different kinds. So it's split up. There's different crowds that like different music. So there'll always be something for everybody. Even if it goes if it's not as it's very big at minute commercial wise with albums and CDs and stuff like that. But if it goes back underground, it'll still be as big as what it is. It'll just split into different sections. So yeah, it'll always be good.
Okay. So I suppose you guys have been all around the country DJing in pretty much every club that plays bassline. What's your favourite city or favourite club that you've been to?
Sheffield, easy, man. Definitely Sheffield. There's just some of the nights that I've had back at niche that look back on them and unbelievable atmospheres that I don't think you'll ever see atmospheres in clubs like it again. Adelphi come close to that again in Sheffield, and of course they were Sheridan's, Dewsbury. That didn't last too long though. Kind of went a bit downhill and whatever. Place got locked off, so I don't know, you might have heard stories and stuff, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, those are the three clubs that I've most enjoyed playing at when they were at the peak. Okay. No danger. And now obviously Vibe does its thing and good crowds every week, busy. Can't ask for more than that, can you really, people in a club? So.
How about yourself, Jamie?
Yeah, I'd have to say Sheffield, just because obviously we're from niche days, do you know what I mean? There's no better club than niche for bassline. It's spread out now, and don't get me wrong, every city I played most cities now, and it's always good everywhere you play. But they're always, whenever you drove back to niche and playing at a different gig, it were always that one step above like hotels. But now, obviously Vibe's got that niche crowd and that Sheffield crowd, but everybody still comes from all over to come to Sheffield. When you get your other city gigs, it's like people from them kind of cities or around them cities, people still come from all over to come to Sheffield. So it's still doing alright. It's still doing good because we try and keep top of things. So still as well.
Okay. So I don't know if you guys know about this, but I'm hearing there's been a little bit of controversy surrounding the whole event tonight. Have you ever been involved in any politics surrounding promotions?
I stay away from politics, man. I've got certain views on things and I'll discuss them with people, but I don't know nothing about no politics for tonight's event.
Yeah, there's been a few people trying to boycott the dance, but if you don't know, good to stay out of it, really. How about you, Jamie?
What's argument about?
What's the argument about, Apostle?
Is it about size of my knob? No, yes, I know. I've heard about it, and I mean, well, I've been there and done all that, getting involved in politics and stuff. But yeah, you've got your own views, and end of the day, it's like a place like Vibe, or if you want to play at the top of your genre, Vibe's place to play at the end of the day, do you know what I mean? So you need to be in it to win it, you know. So To be having falling outs with wrong people, or it don't really get you very far. Do you know what I mean? So you may as well be love, peace, and unity.
So talking about being at the top of the genre, is it Sounds of Bassline 2's just been released?
Yeah.
How's that doing?
It's doing well. It's doing just as good as last one, if not better. I think we've just got to about around 60,000, something like that sales. So it's only been out a few weeks, but it's not doing bad. Other one went platinum and did well. So hopefully we're just looking to achieve that at least anyway. So just try and get the same as what we did last time. But no, it's doing good. So yeah, Bassline's still as big. But people think that it might not be as big, or it's still as big, if not bigger. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's doing well at the minute.
So have you got any other stuff coming out this year?
Yeah, well, based on our second album, there'll probably be a third album. We tried getting a second album out for last year, but we just missed it, so it ended up coming out start of the year, but hopefully we'll get a third one out. Single releases, it's just kind of watch this space. There's always bassline things getting signed, but then it's whether they come out or not, so hopefully we'll get a couple more out there anyway and see how it goes.
Okay. How about you, Nev?
Yeah, I'm just going to get in studio a lot this year. See if we can push on a little bit that way. Nocturnal still running, a couple of releases due to come out. Just take it from there basically.
So is that your label?
It's mine and Jamie's.
Oh, so you run a label together?
Yeah.
So how's that doing?
All the way, you know.
Well, at least he's honest.
Nocturnal on the S1, no. We were going to consider it for a remix.
Oh, okay. So what, the number one? So what, you launched platinum? As the Apostle's telling me.
Did I? Yeah, well, platinum, obviously, yeah, we were around about, what year was it? Must have been 2003, 2004. They'd been going to niche. There used to be, obviously, young kids going to niches like I were, but I played at niche. And they came to me and asked me to remix one of the songs. They gave me a couple of songs to remix. One of them were Over the R8, which I did, and it just kind of fucking... Sorry, because there's any swearing on this interview.
Carry on.
It just kind of blew them into a water exposure, which then my management then signed them up, and they did a track called What's It Gonna Be that obviously entered charts, and yeah, there were a lot of hype around them from obviously my first remix, which is still massive now. If you play it now about 5-6 years on, it still gets a good reaction, so trying to get it released, but it's just not good enough. So that's how it went anyway, but that's that story behind that. They're doing well now though, so all's good. That's what we're trying to do in Bassline, just try and push everybody through. And that's what we do at, like I say, at Vibe, on these promotions, Revelations, Nocturnal. We all just try and push people through in Bassline, so I don't know if some people get twisted sometimes, but that's all we're here for, do you know what I mean?
It's good to know, guys, thank you.
No problem, man.
All right, been good meeting you. Enjoy the rest of the night. I'll see you soon. Etap, get bang. I'm Despa, behind the scenes. Catch you in a second. So we're back again. It's Etap, Gotta Get Bang, and we got DJ MURKZ.
Hello.
What's going on, brother? You cool?
I'm not bad. I'm a bit tired. I'm a bit pissed. I've had 3 bottles of Moe, so my head's a bit dizzy. But it's still going off. Hold tight, Revelations. Etap, Gotta Get Bang. Big rave. A lot of women. Big.
So you're enjoying the night then, yeah?
Yeah, I give it a 9.5 out of 10. There was a good balance of women and men. Good selection of music. Feeling it. Yeah, definitely. I'll be back next month.
So tell me about yourself. I mean, how long you been on this on the bassline thing? How long you been in the game for?
Why? Fucking hell, I've been listening to bassline from when tapes were around, you get me? Fucking niche and that. I've been raving in niche from when I was younger, so I've always been like familiar with what's going on. And I started like producing and DJing when like Might Be come out. That's when I done a remix of Might Be, and that's when I started like getting into the bassline properly and like get me doing this thing as I should do. But then like I don't know, about 2003 was it about? Apostle? Long time though, innit? Long time I've been on this thing, you get me? So I produce a DJ, MC, I'm just trying to do a bit of everything, you get me? So Don't know. You tell me. Lid.
So since you started around about 2003 being on the bassline, kind of what influenced you to get involved in the bassline scene?
I'm drunk. Sorry. Yo, listen. I'm pissed, G. What influenced me to get in bassline? The organ and the women. That's it. Yo, listen. All you need to cater for in this thing is girls. Now else. Vocals all the fucking way. Trust me. But that also got me into it. Obviously, a lot of man will go into niche and that and limit in Adelphi and that before me. You get me? So like, they kind of got me roped into it. But when I started coming in and that, it's just, I don't know. It's different. It's like old school garage, but with an X flavour. So I don't know. I just kind of got into it and just loving it, man. Loved it ever since. But I don't like all the MCing that's going on now. Too many MCs. They needs to get axed. There needs to be a list. Huh? Yeah, I'm partly to blame because I did do Money Man, but Money Man was a hit, and there's a lot of other MCs, no names, yeah, that just keep MCing every week and the spoiling this thing. Listen, if you knew your bassline roots, you wouldn't do it. That's all I gotta say.
So that's a good subject to start off with. You started off in what, 2003, 2004. So what changes have you seen from like the start of the game to kind of where it is now?
Yo, it is what it is, yeah. It sounds a bit racist, yeah, but bassline used to be white, yeah. It used to be white downstairs, Asian, a couple black gangsters mixing up in the scene. You get me, yeah. Now all of a sudden, we've got all these young black kids like myself producing bassline. Now, some of them are familiar with what used to go on back in the day. Some of them aren't. So they're coming into the scene and they're producing grime. It's not bassline, it's grime. When you listen to some of the shit, it's grime. So, like, the way the things are moving, it's like, how's bassline gonna last when you're not producing bassline? And then, like, there used to be a lot of vocals. Now there's more MCing than vocals. Yo, I will tell you now, yeah, there didn't used to be one MCing tune. I think the only MCing tune in bassline was probably Wide Boys. That When I Saw You Girl. You know what I mean? That was the only thing that used to MC in bassline. And now it's like, it's flooded. It's flooded, but like, I speak to a lot of people from the older scene and they don't like it no more because there's no vocals. So I think the way it's changed, it's like it's pushing the women out. Now I think bassline is more kids, more teenagers, rather than like the older people will go to Twilight and listen to an old bassline set. They're not interested in the new shit because it's all grimy and MC. You understand what I'm saying?
So what are you doing to get like bassline back to its roots of where it came from?
I don't know, cause it's hard. Like, you fall into a trap. It's like, do I follow this trend and then to get big, I produce some grimy tracks and use a lot of MCs, or do I follow the proper route and use a lot of vocals and go how it should be? So it all falls into the category where, like, do you want to be big or do you love bassline? I love bassline, so I'm always gonna push vocals. Like, I'm an MC, but I've MC'd for ages, but I'm not gonna do a track every week because I don't believe that's how it should be. As Apostle knows, because get me, my man's got MCs on his team. He does tracks. I don't know how many tracks he's got piled up in his library, but not all of them get released because he knows, you get me, he's clever and he knows it's not about that. But I think people need to limit the way things are going. I don't know. It's too many kids and too much hype. So there's no control over what's going on. You get me? Everybody comes to the scene and thinks, right, I want to be big. So to be big, I'm going to produce 12 tunes a week. I'm going to give him to this DJ, that DJ, get him on a CD, and then hope for the best. They're not looking into the long term or thinking of music as it is. So that's why bassline's been spoiled over the years. That's what I think, anyway.
Okay, some good points. So what have you got coming out for this year? What are you working on currently? This year,
like, I'm just looking to get a mix going. Like, I'm trying to incorporate a bit of bashment into like some of the tunes that I produce. Obviously, I'm trying to push the vocals as well, because that's what keeps. I don't know, but I'm on about the girls. Unless girls are in the rave, I've got nothing to do with bassline, because that's what I think. Unless you get a good balance, yeah, bassline's dying. So I just want to make vocals. I want to make tunes that people sing along to. Get what I'm saying? That's all I'm doing. MC, I MC, but that's not my priority. I've got tracks written, but it's not my priority. I want to push other things. I don't know, but try to get the thing ticking again like it used to, like Leeds days when there was a lot of vocals and like more women in the rave. I just want to get that ticking again. Get what I'm saying?
Okay. So one final last question I gotta ask you is a little question we've been asking everybody and the whole night is does Revelations deal with the matter?
Yeah. Because I don't know. It's like, you see bassline. This is gonna sound direct, but I don't give a fuck, yeah? There's DJs. Let's say there's me, there's Apostle, there's Jamie Duggan, there's Total, and there's EJ. I'm just gonna name 5, yeah? Me, a lot of my CDs will contain a lot of Subs and Burger Boy, because obviously them boys from Day, and then a mixture of others. A lot of Apostle CDs will contain a lot of TRC and a mixture of others. A lot of Total CDs will contain a lot of Bass Boy and others. A lot of EJ CDs will contain a lot of Nasty Boy and others. You get me? So it's like, there's a lot of divisions. There's a lot of divisions in the thing. But what I see with Revelations is that they kind of bring this thing together. They've got MCs, they've got TRILLA, they've got Zio. You get me? They've got TRC producing like vocals and stuff, and like a bit of funky going on. You got Silks and you got SHOX. You get me? Doing a lot of like R&B and that. So it's not really a bassline thing anymore. They're kind of doing an actual urban music thing, which I think is good. I think if you mix it together, it'll keep because bassline's a minority in this urban scene. So in order to propel it, you've got to mix it with other things. So I think the way Revelation are doing it, like mixing other genres with it, is doing well. And I think that's the way forward, because if you just do a rave and just push bassline, it's not going to go as far as it should do if you mix other things with it. So I feel like you're doing well. Yeah, enough respect. Trust me, man.
Well, that's some very, very good points. So, MURKZ, thank you. Have a good year. It's Etap, get bang. I think it's done. I don't hear any subs anymore. The bass done. Dance done. Etap, get bang is done. It's off to the Etap. 1750. All right. Later on.